Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to the Phoenix Runner AMA. We do apologize for the small delays that we're getting started today. Just no news to us with Twitter Spaces of how volatile it can be and its willingness to comply. But it's okay. We're happy that we're able to have our session on the Discord stages today, which is really great. Seeing that we've got around 33 people here today, which is really cool. This session's also going to be recorded as well, so for those who weren't able to access Discord for any reason, they will be able to access the recording on YouTube afterwards, which is fine. Awesome. So where I left off on Twitter, if you were sitting on there, was going through the agenda for today, and what we'll be going through with the AMA today is just mainly focusing on updates surrounding the upcoming Dex release, and kind of just giving some progress updates on where we're currently at. Uh, we'll also have Philip just going through some other project updates today, which are really important and interesting as well. And we'll also talk about a couple other things as well, just related to the project, which is really, really exciting. And afterwards, we'll just have some basic questions and answers. You guys are more than welcome to get up on stage and ask us any questions that you have on your mind, and we'll also be taking questions in the main chat of the Discord if you aren't too confident to speak um, in on the actual microphone, which is completely fine either way. We will be looking to have the Phoenix and Friends session on Twitter Spaces afterwards. So if you do want to jump back onto Twitter Spaces afterwards and give it another go, we will be doing it on there instead. It's probably a bit better on there because we give. It's probably just a bit better for other projects to speak on there rather than the Discord, which is really great. Awesome. So we'll jump right into the updates surrounding the Phoenix decks first off. So, as you know, we're aiming to have the first beta release by this weekend. We'll have to push it back. We're trying to go for the early part first next week. We did have some delays in our development. So we had to push a bit more resources to fixing up some other elements of our ecosystem. This was due to the Chronos mainnet network upgrades. As you all know, I believe I don't remember the exact name of the mainnet upgrade, but we did experience a mainnet upgrade, which has increased the network performance and overall reduced gas fees slightly. And one of those updates, unfortunately, broke something on our DApps end, which is just needed to be fixed up and tested a little bit, which is all resolved now. So as you know, uh, the kind of delays of the rebase that we experienced in the week, and also mystery boxes going on maintenance on the Kronos chain. This is the reason why, but we're all glad to say that it is back up and running now. And we're back working, pushing more resources on the actual developments of the Phoenix decks. As you know, early in the week we did release our first teaser of the user interface. This is just a small sample of what we have to offer. Our main goal for the first part of next week with the beta release is to have the swap functions going. We'll also begin the whitelist process to get other projects onboarded for those that do want to have their liquidity on the Phoenix decks, which is going to be really exciting as we do have some projects within our own uh, Phoenix Syndicate that are really eager to get onto our Phoenix decks and allow trading to begin from there, which is going to be really awesome. Um, but yeah, we're really pushing hard, and we might have another teaser for you this weekend. But if not, we are expecting the release to take place as of next week. And as always, nothing's 100% confirmed, but we are always here going to be keeping you informed on our current progress. But we're in a really good spot in terms of developments with the actual basic swap functionalities and our own customized user interface. It's looking really awesome. If you haven't seen the teaser already, do check it out on our Twitter. We do have a kind of quick recording slash teaser there of the actual new user interface for the Chronos and Polygon new DApp and Dex, which is going to be really cool. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, we're going to keep pushing hard and we'll keep you guys informed of how we're going in this regard. And we're still pushing for next week for the first beta release and the first kind of beginning of onboarding projects onto our decks. It's going to be super exciting. Um, I'll pass it back over to Philip now for some updates. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much, Phil, for those updates. Yep. Going on to next things. Obviously, as you know, our main priority is working on the key components of our upcoming decks, which is just getting basic swap functionalities and liquidity pool functions operational. As you know, this is not just it. We do have a lot more coming for our ecosystem in the future. One of the things that we're aiming to get integrated into our upcoming new Phoenix D app and decks as well is our new Phoenix Royalty Club. Um, and basically, we will be aiming to have probably the beta access for this opening up probably around give or take 3 weeks from now. And basically, we will be probably opening up the opportunities to join the Phoenix Royalty Club exclusively to FPC NFT holders, just for a short period of time to get kind of like a discounted entry fee. Other than that, it will be accessible to Phoenix token holders as well to get into the program as well. And get a bit of an additional boost in the first beta release in terms of your experience points. If you didn't know, it will be kind of a leveling and experience based system, kind of a small gamification element within our ecosystem that provides you, as the person interacting with our DApp, rewards of all facets of our ecosystem. The leveling system will have different milestones, and these milestones will unlock new fixed kind of weekly rewards that you can gain. This includes getting access to a dedicated community pool for Royalty Club members, free NFTs, free mystery boxes, free chromatic tokens, all this really cool stuff that will be having all these different leveling milestones. We did express that it would be a total of 100 levels that were increasingly hard to get as you level up. Obviously, people will be starting at level 1. But during of those first weeks of the beta release of the Phoenix Royalty Club, you'll be really good opportunity to get some bonus experience points through whatever activities are available at that time for when you are interacting with our ecosystem, which is going to be really exciting. But yes, we're aiming around give or take 3 weeks for this to be released. As well as after that, we are looking to bring back the Phoenix Lotto Pool. Ideally, we'll be looking for around 5 to 6 weeks from today. Obviously, we can't confirm an exact date, but we did commit to a timeline last year to bring it up in Q4. But obviously, we have pushed resources more to our decks, which has resulted in it to be delayed to this year now. But yeah, we are going to be looking to push resources back to this. Obviously, we had continued developments and there is stuff already done. We just need to kind of get the ball rolling back to bring that back into our new user interface and our new decks. Obviously, we wanted to make sure we aren't repeating ourselves too much with the development tasks that we're doing, which is why we wanted to wait until it was accessible on the new user interface. This is obviously just better for everyone as it saves time in the long run in terms of our developments and the amount of time, obviously, less that you would have to wait to access all the amazing features of our ecosystem. But yeah, we do have a lot of other things coming as well. We will have the Phoenix Vault system as well. This will be something that's strongly tied with the Phoenix Royalty Club. Obviously, there will be different requirements and kind of like requirements for the different leveling milestones that you achieve. Obviously, the general idea is that if you are locking X amount of Phoenix, whatever those are to be decided at the time, you will be able to access this milestone of rewards for those guaranteed weekly rewards. And this will just kind of be obviously a royalty system and a kind of commitment system that you are kind of locking up your own Phoenix and you are getting access to the rewards. And obviously, while you're locking up your Phoenix in your own personal asset vault, because obviously this will not just be restricted to Phoenix, you'll be able to lock all your other assets that you wish, as well as projects will be able to use it to lock and store LP and transparently show that to the community. It's not just going to be for Phoenix, but it will be used as a key point for obviously providing stability in the project and obviously providing additional rewards in that Phoenix Royalty Club element as well, which is going to be super exciting. So something else to look out for as well. But yeah, it's everything's going super well as of now. But that does cover the updates that we do have for today, and we do appreciate everyone's patience during our development period. Obviously, your support and kind of excitement keeps us going, which is really great. And we do hope to have that a beta release going up as of next week, and we couldn't be happier once it is up and running and we are able to start onboarding projects into our ecosystem and our decks. It's going to be super exciting. But yeah, that does cover our updates for today. We are probably keen to get on to questions now due to the small delays that we experienced. But if anyone does have any questions for today, feel free to raise your hand. I believe you can raise your hand in Twitter, sorry, in Discord stages if I'm not wrong. But if not, you're more than welcome to ask your questions in the main chat, which I believe is the main nest chat. Um, but yeah, just feel free to at Phoenix Jake, and I will answer your question. I do see people asking if the AMA has started, and I'm sorry for them that they might have not put the announcement in time. Uh, but yeah, uh, but we'll take some questions now. Dorian says early or late next week. We're aiming for early next week, but it could be late next week as well. But we'll keep you guys posted. Uh, Steve Rock says, where is the conference being held? I believe Philip can answer that question, but I do believe it's like uh, a metaverse event. So I don't believe it's at a physical location, but I could be wrong. Philip's more than happy to clarify that for you. Yeah, that's really cool as well. So for the people that, if it were physical, it might be difficult for some people to get there, but that's really cool that they've done that. That really cool DeFi element to the metaverse. It's really awesome. Awesome. So some other questions as well. Will the decks be audited before full release? Uh, we are the code we are using at a contract level is based on the Uniswap V2 contracts. So it is something that is heavily used across many other dexes as well. So we don't believe an audit will be necessary before the full release, but afterwards we'll, for just community confidence, we will be getting it audited so people can see that there is a direct correlation between what is deployed on the what is deployed on the blockchain is actually related to what the contracts actually are, and ensuring that they actually are as safe as we've kind of communicated them to be. So, but we will probably will not be auditing them before release, as they are based on contracts that are heavily used in the space that are kind of the standard. So we won't be auditing them before release, but a lot of the information for these audits, if you do want to see things, you can go to the Uniswap documentation and you can kind of go through it there. But we will be aiming to have our own personal audit uh, for the slight adjustments that we have made, more than like a value level, but nothing highly structural. We haven't made any highly structural changes. Obviously, for safety reasons. Obviously, we don't want to reinvent the wheel in terms of the actual contract. The contract works amazing in its current form, so we don't want to really change things too much. So yeah, at a technical level, it will be rather safe. But to answer your question, no, we probably will not be getting an audit before full release. But yes, we will be looking to get an audit after the release, sometime after the DEX is released. Uh, so, like says, what security measures are going to be taken? What are going to be in place for projects that are onboarding onto our decks? I know they'll be going through a KYC, but is there anything else? Yeah, so there will be obviously the KYC process, which is very important. Obviously, proving the identity of the people that are running the project, or basically have the keys to the project. It will be something that will be a key requirement for onboarding and getting whitelisted onto our decks. Another thing as well as I will do a kind of a small technical check at the contracts that they are whitelisting to make sure that they are in fact safe. We will also be looking for things as well, like, such as audits as well. They give us some more confidence, um, and some other elements such as project duration, community sentiment, all these other elements as well that really add to our confidence in showing that they are a right fit for our decentralized exchange. But yeah, definitely having one of those security measures as a KYC will be the number one thing. But all these other elements as well are things that we'll be looking for to ensure that it is going to be the safest transition to have someone onboarded into our decks. Stevie Rock says, when will you be listed on CDC? Any plans for anything that we can do to push for this? We do have some plans um, in the making for a kind of first sex listing. We're not really ready to share too much information on this. If you do remember, we have kind of said some things in the past about our current ideas for how this would work. But for now, I won't really add to it too much as nothing's really 100% confirmed. And I don't want to talk about this idea too much because I don't want to give across the idea that this is going to happen. And for those that do remember, you more than welcome to communicate this to people, but we won't really be talking about it too much as of now. It is more of our priority for the future of 2023. So, but yeah, we are, it is definitely our intention to get to that stage. But obviously, our intention is to first prioritize building up our ecosystem such that it is in a really good space and we can really incentivize people to invest in our project to get something really meaningful out of this. But yeah, it's something we'll be looking for in the future. Omega the One says, is it an option for other projects to create staking pools of their own NFTs directly on our decks, possibly? Yes, it would be something that we'll probably be looking for, probably custom staking pools. But we probably will have a separate onboarding process for that that people are interested in doing. Um, Whether it will be a process that can be done automatically by the actual project themselves, like with no kind of direct involvement with us. So basically, be like a kind of thing you can do by yourself, like do your own pools with like an extra fee. It might be something that we do, but it more than likely will be a process where we onboard the project and we kind of do like a whole event for them being released of their own staking pool on our kind of NFT part of our ecosystem. This will probably be more of a thing that is released uh, uh, during our NFT marketplace developments. Obviously, as you know, we are also having our NFT marketplace on our new Phenix D app, which is going to be coming later in this year, which is going to be really exciting as well. And we've kind of expressed some really exciting ideas that we had to really split us apart from the rest in past AMAs, which you can go have a listen over. We did talk about this, which is really exciting. And obviously, we are going to be talking about this more as we get closer to those dates. I see some people typing. Stevie Rock says, thank you. That's no problem at all. Thank you for your question. Alrighty. I'll see if I missed any questions. Alrighty. It's looking pretty good at the moment. So I don't believe there are any other questions as of now, which is okay. I'll just double check the Telegram chat to see if anyone is asking any questions in there. See a lot of buys. um, Alright, I don't know if there are any other questions in the Discord, which is all good. I mean, in the Telegram, sorry. Awesome. Do see some people typing there, so I do want to see what they have to say. Beautiful. I think we have another question here. So Obi-Wan says, sorry mate if I missed this. Is there any update on the bridge from Pro to Poly? We don't have any updates on this as of now, and we do apologize for this. Obviously, as you know, this was kind of delayed, which you're probably more aware of this as we did express this last time. But no, we didn't have any new updates surrounding this. But It will be our intention to get this up and running later in the future, but we do not have a date set as of now. In terms of bridging over from Pro to Poly, there are some services that we did use previously that did go on maintenance for a short while, such as, let me recall the name, sorry. Give me a moment here. Give me 1 second. I think the names have completely slipped my mind. That's okay. But yeah, we do have links on our D app to a bridge over um, on a different platform that you can use to bridge over your assets. But in terms of our internal bridge, it is going to be slightly delayed a bit longer. Cool, no worries, thanks, Jake. No problem at all. Alrighty. Okay, so I believe that will cover probably the questions that we do have uh, for today. I'll probably pass it over back to Philip now. I do believe he will be transitioning for the Phoenix and Friends session over back onto Twitter Spaces, but he will share some information about this as well. So I'll pass it back over to Philip now. But thanks everyone for joining the AMA today. I hope you got something out of it in terms of the information that we shared. And obviously, we will be sharing more information as of next week as we are aiming to have the first beta release of the Phoenix up and running. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. I'll pass it back over to Philip.